視界が開けていて、あのタイタンもよく見えるな。この景色を記録しておこう。
Actually really pretty here.
二人とも何をしているんだ？
Taking a picture?
君たち生徒を守った英雄だろ？
Yeah.
私はダミアノス。二人の勇姿はしっかりと見せ、
俺たちは遠方の都市国家から来た兵士。オクヘイマは初めてだから何か記念を残したい。視界が開けた場所で景色を映す。いや、捉えると言った方がいいか。とにかく景色を記録しようとしているところ。
ああ、写真撮影か？
Okay, they know what taking a picture is. There. Try hard to hold back your laughter. Yeah, let's do that.
ああ、そうだ。
Oh, it's
それ
okay,
ならこのダ
buddy.
ミアノスに会えたのは幸運だ。なんせ生徒で知らない人はいない探検家だからな。
Oh?
さあ、君たちの映写ストーンを貸してくれ。
Photos though?
この世界の人々は石に対する執着が強いな。
The camera to the Mjolnirs.
見たことない機種だが、私の手にかかれば使い方くらいすぐにわかる。
What is it? What is it?
あ、なんでもない。それより二人ともここに立って私の方を見てくれ。
Uh-huh.
よし、二人とも確認してくれ。
I couldn't even pose.
悪くないな。
Why do we look so silly? A great aperture and a shallower depth of field would work better.
わがままを言うな。
満足してくれたならよかった。そういえば英雄である二人に聞きたいことがあったんだ。君たち本当は違法から来たわけじゃないだろ？
Of course, we are.
どういう意味だ？
もう噂が広まってるぞ。ポリスに来たばかりの難民たちがこう言ってるんだ。君たちは天外から来たもので、
What?
ファイナル様が拾ってきたんだと。
Silly rumors. Did he really pick us up? What?
失望させてしまうが、ただの噂に過ぎない。
Silly little rumors.
俺たちは辺境の小さな村、タラサポリスから来た。生徒に来るまで様々な困難があったが、運よく深淵でファイノン様に会い、ここまで
タラサポリス？はあ、そうか。ついに天外の世界の存在を証明できると思ったんだがな。
Well, actually,
おい、約束を忘れるな。
I said I try, not that I promise.
構わない。いずれにせよ、ニカドリーの件では救いの手を差し伸べてくれて感謝している。タラサポリスの戦士たちよ。オクヘイマへようこそ。
Thank you.
危なかった。だが、まだ嫌な予感がする。
That was a good story. I think we did fool him.
彼を騙し通せたとは思えない。
Never mind, I guess.
タラサポリスはとっさに思いついたデタラメの名前だからな。もし彼が本当に探検家でオンパロスの地理を知り尽くしているなら、幸いなことに証拠は残さなかった。ただ、星空がオンパロスでは禁忌だとしても、いや、この先はもっと用心しよう。
これからどうす
There
る？
has to be a reason
引き続き、
why the people
こ
are
の
not
都
allowed
市を散
to
策し
hear
よう。
about Beyond the Sky. And it's not just that Aglia doesn't want to give them a false hope. I really don't think that's the reason. I think that's just partially true.
私のアリス。
Rooftop is a must go for lovebirds, and you accidentally walk straight into a couple's secret tryst. You're particularly sharp of hearing, so by the time you realize you should be escaped, it's already far too late. My dear, isn't this too bold for us? Your parents are right down in the market. Just a bit of noise and they'll look up and spot us. Then let them watch as much as they want, the sight of their pride and joy, their darling daughter falling in love with the Kremlin's kid they hate the most. That ought to drive them nuts. I just love the sight of you. Once you've made up your mind, no one can stop you. But there are grudges between the city-states. Your parents dislike me, but I don't blame them. Is this supposed to be Romeo and Juliet? Huh. Neither of them has ever fought in battle, but their minds both bear the scars of war and hatred towards you and your Kremlin brethren. The lost city, Okema, I ought to be a sanctuary for all in the end time, including for people like you. That's right. Have you given any thought to what I mentioned the last time about leaving Okema? Nympha, we've been over this a lot already. It's too dangerous. Once I earn a few more achievements in the future, then we can. Silly Billy alias, don't you get it? Their hate is only for your custom Kremlin's bloodline. They won't compromise until they lose me at least once. Nympha, wait! What did I stumble into? The opposite basket? Yeah? Oh. Hello, you're coming straight this way. I see the mirror didn't distract you, did it? What the fuck? Look as though you got what it takes to potentially become a detective. Come with me and we'll expose the truth behind this world. Are you okay, buddy? Nympha. Go after her! Oh, I wish it were that simple. You know, I come from a completely different class to Nympha. I'm a descendant of Kremnos General, and she comes from one of the most powerful and long-lasting noble families in Okema history. During the Crisis War, our families fought against each other on the battlefield, as each represented the banner of their own city. Plenty of members from both families were slain by the other city in the fighting. And even though the Crisis War has long finished, even though the Kremnoian detachment has made peace with Okema, and even though my family was wiped out with the fall of the old king's rule, none of this animosity has disappeared. The first night I arrived in Okema alongside Lord Medea, an assassin made an attempt on my life. I was just a child back then. Lord Medea lodged a complaint with the Council of Elders, and they were like, he is a good guy. I want to put a stop to things. Burdened by these familial tragedies, we are clearly the most star-crossed of lovers, and yet we are tied together by the golden thread. This must be Nestia's marvelous miracle. Praise to be her. What are you so afraid of? So what were you arguing about? Yeah, you want to show off your love, right? This next part is really annoying. We've been sneaking off a lot lately, but Nympha's parents seem to be onto us and have started sending spies to secretly tail her, or assigning a personal escort to her. Nympha proposed a plan that I don't agree with, publicize our relationship, then flee outside Okema and use public opinion to pressure her parents, only returning once they've agreed to our marriage. I thought everything outside Okema is like very dangerous. I don't know if that's a good idea. Great, yeah, but it's dangerous outside the city. She said that only by forcing us into a desperate situation could her parents be painted as the bad guys. However, my greatest concern is our personal safety. As Nympha's partner, my duty is to protect her rather than merely just love her. All those wandering monsters around the city, I'm worried that I won't be able to protect her by myself. If anything should happen to her, I'd never be able to forgive myself. I'll bide my time until a better chance comes along. I believe that if we are indeed destined to be lovers, then things will definitely take a turn for the better. Nestia will surely watch over us. Suddenly, with a hurried footsteps comes rushing towards you. Elias, I knew you'd be here. Something terrible has happened. Mr. Freya, what's going on? Just now in the market, Miss Nympha's parents sent goons to kidnap her and carry her off. That means her parents already know about your affair. Let's come to this. What's your plan now? Never expected them to actually take such a touch measures against their own daughter. Mr. Freya, do you have any idea where they may have taken Nympha? They didn't say anything when they left, so I wouldn't know where to begin. Nympha's parents have a very wide network of influence in Okema. This is a big trouble. Ilias, I just heard some shopkeepers talking about Nympha's family guards. They often been sighted near Memorial Market. I go check in with my friends then, and maybe I'll be able to piece together a few clues. Thank you so much, Mr. Frio. That's not part of the main story.
見ろ、ファイノンだ。
Why not? Where?
これは旅路からの報奨で
Oh,
す。
Dad. Oh. Okay. Oh. Wait a minute. Oh? I'm not afraid of heights, but it's windy here and I'm a little dizzy. Thank you for saving me, but if you're not too busy, can I have some more firewood? Not a lot of people come through here, and I might really have been extinguished if you didn't find me. Tell me a story. I'm a rolling stone and I go where the wind takes me. After leaving Giorius, the divine body, I thought my adventure was finally going to start. But there's nothing interesting up here, other than the occasional bug and the clouds in the sky. A good question. I don't have anything, but if you don't mind this little flame, you may have it. Oh. Do you want a feather of flame? Not bad. I can't really complain about anything since I'm out here. This is what we agreed on. Take it. Oh. Okay, cool. Okay. I guess? You play boy characters right? How good is Mose? I don't have him built. He's here. Where is he? He's here. He apparently pairs really well with the fox lady, who I don't have, and him. They pair really well. The fox lady is like on the banner right now. They pair apparently really well. That's not what I wanted. Oh! Oh well. I guess. Oh, wait. Need to collect? Awesome. Let's go to final.
黄金栄よ、お前はまだ抜け出せてない。過去の影から過去を葬り苦痛を捨て去れ。火種の重さを背負いたければ。
努力するさ。でもハートヌス、僕にはできないと分かっているのに、なぜずっとその話をするんだい？
来たぞ、お前に客が。
やあ、
はい。
二人とも意外と早く戻ってきたんだね。アグライアはもう少し君たちを引き止めると思ってたんだけど。
No, we're dumb.
ほら、お詫びだ。生徒で一番評判がいい大交渉に槍を直してもらったんだよ。
Oh, my spare.
初めて会った時の失礼な振る舞い、改めて。一見すると一度折れたとはわからない。すごいな。この槍を作ったのはきっと有名な職人なんだろうね。天の外に天ありって言うけど、オンパルスの外の世界なんて想像もできない。いや、君たちと出会うまでこのこと自体真面目に考えたことがなかっただけかもしれないな。オンパロスにもたらされた3層の信託、黄金栄に課せられた使命の話はもう聞いたかい？僕たちにとっては予言こそが旅の目的で、それ以外のことを考えても無意味なんだ。
Honey, that's not how that works. That is not how that works. Yeah, hasn't anyone questioned the prophecy?
信託は奇跡として降臨するから信託なんだ。それが誰の意志を表したものかを知る人はね。
So, like, just technically speaking, someone could have wrote this down and be like, hey, look, a prophecy!
だけどこういう話もある。あれはケファレが長い眠りにつく前のうなりであり、天の父が自らの血を大地に撒いた後に 黄金栄が生まれたという説だ。とにかく予言を筋が通らないただの迷信だと思わないでほしい。多くの人が代償を払ってやっと人々は疑うことをやめ。
アグライアから聞いたのは黄金栄という集団が持つ使命についてだ。だがファイノン、僕はまだその答えを探している。
Good job, bro.
もし運に恵まれたら僕にとっての火種はもうすぐ現れるはずなんだ。
Your core flame?
ニカドリのことだよ。僕は
I
兵士
was hoping he gives me a different answer.
幼い頃から戦い方を教え込まれてきた。そして予言に選ばれた日から天罰の
Okay, you
矛を
your
旅の終点
own
に
were
している。
like, oh hey, I'm a fighter. Let's go after the guy that's fighting.
いつの日か僕はニカドリの矛を折り、おっとこんな重苦しい話ばかりしていたら興ざめだね。そうだ、トリビー先生から君たちも石板を使っているって聞いたよ。よければ連絡先を交換しないかい？ちょうど天気もいいし、二人とも辺りを散策してみるといい。僕は邪魔しないように失礼するよ。
Okay.
また
I don't know. With the fox lady, I by the way met her. She pairs really well with Mose and the fox boy. So, where do I go? Not here. Can I shoot that thing? Oh, wait. There's something to catch. Found one had to face 3 walls. Now I too am a priest of the twin doors. I can only see your wings stick out. I just started learning this technique. Let me move around a bit. Hey, alright, we're through the wall now. I love the little emoticons here. Let me tell you a secret. The twin doors aren't just 2 doors, but endless doors. I've only seen 3 so far though. Okay, cool. Oh, run away! Wait, why are you running away? Who are you? My spiritual flame is dwindling. Sharing is off the table. Unless you can add firewood to the dying fire and make it burn ferociously, you can take your share. Okay, tell me your story. Give me a sentience. I've got it to smell flame all these years. But even the hardest boulder will weather. As you can see, this is what little I have left. Metal. Medicinal metal. I give you metal, I guess. Okay, and not metal. Is it the other one? Okay, there you go. Okay, thank you. I want the chest first though. I got very distracted. Xena?
嘘に騙された人が言った言葉は嘘に
But
な
dear
ったか
Parmesan?
まず自分に聞いてみ
Like
ろ。
Parmesan? Just tell me, who are you? Where have you come from? Where are you going? I'm Parmedines and of Icatus. My faith in the earth is as firm as the divine body of Glorious. I've come from Marmoreal Potters. Now that I have washed my mind and body, I shall have for the city guards. Very good. Such detailed answers, and allow me to ask you one more thing. The city of Icatus that you speak of, is it the same as the city that I know of? Do not rush to refute me. I think carefully about what it is that I'm asking. As all who can read in Okhema know that Icatus was long since destroyed by the Black Tide, how could you have come from a city that does not exist? This trial, if you mark an enemy with a skill, then use an NA? Yeah. I know, but like he still has like synergy with characters, you know? And the synergy is really good with like the fox lady and the fox boy. I made a mistake in my last remark. I originally came from Icatus, and that is my home. Before the Black Tide ascended, I took all of my worldly belongings and fled to Okema. I come from an Icatus that has not yet been destroyed. This point is absolutely true. Are the Icatus that existed before its destruction and the Icatus that has now been devoured by the Black Tide the same thing? I'm lost. Of course, no matter what time we speak of Icatus, it is my hometown. The Icatus that existed before is this. How many times are we gonna say Icatus? Holy shit. remains in your memory, yet you can go to the egotus that has been devoured by the black tide at any time. How could something long since gone be the same as something that exists currently? Why are we having such deep conversations here? Are you saying that if I can neither see with my eyes nor feel with my hands, then it does not exist? If that were the case, nothing would exist in this world, as everything is in a constant state of flux. There would be nothing for us to discuss. Of course. Are you trying to claim that the egotus in your mind will exist forever, whereas a visible and tangible city is not as much a certainty as the one in your imagination? A meaningless argument. Your line of questioning is conflating different concepts with each other. To think that such an argument lacks meaning is no more than mental laziness. In fact, this relates to everything we see in Amphorius. We have never seen a true form of Kephala, yet we are certain that they support the world for Okema. We do not understand the words of Orynyx, yet we stubbornly believe their prophecy. We have never experienced death, yet we assume the existence of Thanatos. I know this from Hades. Is he just as hot? People are always drawn to these grand and fantastic ideals, yet they are unwilling to reflect on their implications. It is not that I'm unwilling to reflect, I'm unwilling to shake the very foundation of thought itself. My friend, you have overheard this dispute for some time. I did not follow any of you guys. You must be a fellow scholar and lover of wisdom. Yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. If you're interested, wanna join or I don't know. Let me join the debate? As is wise when I seem fit to join us in debate, let us select a topic that is both intuitive and profound. From Anidas of Icatus, I shall step back and pass the rights of topic selection to you. Very well, I think that we may as well continue the debate that we were having before. Ideals or reality, which is more reliable? If we were to convert it into a more direct topic, it would be, does a pure Icatus truly exist? What the fuck do you mean? A very fine topic, I must say. This question has troubled me for a long time. Having been devoured by the black tide, one can no longer see nor touch Icatus. Even if you go to its locations, all you will see is a pile of ruined remains. Even before its destruction, the area and population of the city were undergoing constant change. The city you saw as a child was undoubtedly different than the one you saw as a youth. If that is the case, how can you conclude that it was indeed Icatus? Because geologically it's still the same place? Is that not how we decide cities? You can't just do a Patrick Star and just like get a city and put it on another place. Huh? Based on the principle of simplicity, I think that Icatus does not in fact exist, and all we can be certain of is that there is a city. But the city that is supposed to be on that place geologically is called Icatus, isn't it? I believe precisely the opposite. Icatus does not simply stop existing because it was destroyed. We can still discuss it and reminiscence on it as if it were a city that still truly exists. When I mention Icatus, everyone knows what that is. When you send a parcel to Icatus, there is no way that the messenger would go to the wrong location. It is my hometown that will never change. Icatus must exist. Otherwise, when we discuss Icatus, how could we possibly understand? Why did I start talking to these guys? Yeah, both stated our viewpoints, a wise one. Which side would you like to debate for? Oh my fucking god. I think I'd rather debate for this guy. I agree with the Parmesan guy, yes. I knew that you would favor his argument. If Okema were to publicly doubt the truth of Icatus' existence, it would be certain to incite outrage. I do not mind, however. I'm willing to defend my theory, sure. Listen, Icatus cannot be known through... I need to drink something. This is... What is happening? Should I make this a rap battle? Should I just read this really, really fast? Icarus cannot be known through our senses, and we lack any method of observing it. It is no more than a lie created by the imagination of... But it existed at one point! Did it not? If there is no real existing evidence, how can you prove its existence? You mean the refutation is flawed, yeah. Putting the fact aside, your method of proof itself is flawed. If you wish to prove the existence of something, you only need a single piece of evidence. Even if that evidence is not presentably available, you cannot deny that it could appear at some point in the future. However, if you wish to prove that something does not exist, you have to fundamentally deny the possibility, indicate that there is no possible way for us to ever find why is Stell sounding so much smarter than she actually is? Whether in the present or the future. Therefore, this does not equate to non-existence on an actual factual level. It equates to conceptual impossibility. Conceptual impossibility cannot be deducted through reality. If there's a lack of evidence, then only possible deduction is that the proposition cannot be verified, but it also cannot be falsified. You should have back for more logic classes with your teacher. Not bad, you excel in the art of debate. As expected, rise one from Outland. You have successfully grasped the weakness of him by assertions. However, you have not completely refuted my argument. Allow me to continue my point. If Icatus truly exists, then allow me to ask you, in what form does it exist? If it exists in time, then it is in a state of flow. Even the Titans will descend into madness and Nikado will fall with time. How can anything in time exist forever? If it exists in space, then it must have a physical form. Is it circular, square? Is it the same shape as Icatus is in currently? Or is it another obscure shape that cannot be measured? If it exists outside of space-time, then I truly cannot think of what method I can use to gain knowledge of it. Observation relies on light, sound requires time, and words make use of shape. How can that which exists outside of space-time ever be known? We do learn through thinking. What exactly does cognition mean? Oh. Yes. Those who live on Icatus will naturally have a cognition of it. Anyone who has been to, seen, or heard of Icatus will help form the corresponding cognition. This cognition is described and inherited by others to become knowledge of Icatus. A very romantic notion, but it seems that you have not understood my question. The cognition of mankind is not reliable. It becomes even harder to ascertain the verity or falsity of any information that has been passed on or left in record. No matter how many falsehoods have piled up, it does not make them truths. Not bad, you... Okay. Okay, he's just gonna repeat. Okay. Imagine there was a scholar who lived in Icatus. He has a deep understanding of the city and knows its area, population, rulers, and all of its history, and even every street and road. Through detailed reflection, he obtains knowledge of Icatus and teaches it to others. An unconventional line of thought, but it seems that you have not Okay, fucking hells. Okay. Of course, some objects exist outside of time. When we measure time, we can count from 1 to 10 precisely, because the earlier numbers still exist, but at time I have reached the later numbers. I must count the earlier numbers to reach the latter. There are also objects that exist outside of space. When we measure space, we have to measure the distance between objects and compare the location in space. We can only say that something is close to something else, or that something is beside something else. Time cannot be measured without numbers preceding it. Space cannot be measured without an object to serve as a reference. So does that mean that space-time is a giant box that encapsulates all things, or is it something that only has meaning by attaching itself to something else? No matter which explanation you choose, space-time cannot serve as a reason to deny the existence of something. Wonderful. Are we done now? You want to debate is truly brilliant. I cannot currently think of a new argument, so victory is yours. However, please be aware that my loss does not mean that your view is absolutely correct. In the end, debate is simply no more than a game of refuting the other party's arguments when it comes to the truth. Who knows if it exists? All I can do is remind people to remain suspicious of any object that has not been truthfully reflected upon, whether that be Icatus, the Titans, and gods, or even a prophecy of absolute truth. The world can never be fully known. The only things that are free of doubt are doubt itself and the fact that I am doubting. Oh, I don't want to talk to people in here anymore.
お水を10杯も飲めばきっとファジーヌ様も祝福してくださるわよ。
Do you think I will be ending? No, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this again. Yay. Okay, cool. Tippy tappy, tippy tappy. Tip steps. City is really pretty, to be fair. City looks really pretty. Destroy this, can destroy that. Phew! I'm false! Oh, there's a dino.